What's up, Coach? It's Dave Bishop here, RTDB 2023. Today, we're going to bring to you something a little bit different, which we'll get to here in a moment. Thank you guys for all the emails, text messages, and so on that have been pouring in with a lot of things that you would like to see and hear. But again, today, I want to do something a little bit different over the next few weeks. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way, whenever we do come with you a new video or something new coming out, you'll be able to access it quickly. So, with that being said, one of the things we talk about is RTB, run the damn ball. What I want to talk about is stopping people from being able to run the damn ball. In 2018, we implemented our version of the 4-2-5 defense. Now, I'm not going to get into all the details today. What we're going to do is talk to you a little bit and give you a little bit of an introduction to our 4-2-5. We're going to talk to you over the next few weeks about box play, our 4-2 guys, our defensive linemen, as well as our linebackers. And what I want you to do is understand this. Get those six guys. If you can get those six guys to be able to stop the run, you're going to force people to throw the ball. Even spread teams want to run the ball, but if they're forced to be able to throw it, now you make them one dimensional. To give you an idea, since 2018, 18, 19, 20, 21, those 4 years, we averaged 7 games per year where we held our opponents under 100 yards or 100 yards or under per game rushing. Now, that number also includes if you were to bring in the JV's stats that bumped them over 100. But if you take those JV stats out after we've had the lead, that would be 7 games per season under 100 yards or 100 yards or less. And I say 100 yards less because one team had exactly 100 yards. So 100 yards or less, 7 games every year. And we did not have superior talent. We had good talent. We had great kids. We had a system that worked, and we all worked within our system. So, what I want to do is, before we get to it, I want to talk to you again about some of the things that we offer. A lot of you guys have been talking to me about some of our videos as well as our playbooks. Just throwing it out there. Would love to be able to see some of you guys this summer. If you'd love for me and Coach Christmas to come out and do some clinics for you, please feel free, whether it be the wishbone or wing T system. With that being said, I want to talk to you and give you our philosophy on our 4-2-5 defense. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about our philosophy of our 4-2-5 defensive line play, which is where I believe it all begins. Everyone has their mindset. A lot of people like to use Gary Patterson from TCU as their um, basis from where they go. I'm not. I think what he does is great, but you got to have those cats. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to tell you something that most people will probably laugh. You need less defensive linemen to run the 4-2-5 than you do any odd front. I'll say it again. You need less defensive linemen to run the 4-2-5 than you do an odd front. And you might be saying, Coach, 4 guys versus 3. Here's what I will tell you. In the 4-2-5, you can get away with your defensive ends being skill kids. Okay. Your defensive linemen, 2 guys, your D ends can be skill kids. I've had running backs out there, I've had receivers out there. So you can use skill kids in those positions. They don't have to be world beaters. They just have to be able to do their technique and do that. So in reality, you need two. You need 2 defensive tackles. Okay. 2 cats that can play inside. They don't have to be world beaters, but they got to be able to play defensive tackle. They got to be able to handle double teams and things like that and be smart enough to be able to do the things we need them to do to be successful. In the 30 front, I believe you either got to have 3 cats that can fly and create havoc, or you got to have 3 dudes that can play gaps and handle things. So, again, my opinion, you need less D linemen than you do in an odd front. One of the things that we also do, because most people are going tempo and trying to speed things up, we play left and right. We don't play strong or weak. That kind of went out years ago. For me, in my opinion, as an offensive coach, one of the things I tried to do was to change, to shift, to trade, and do a lot of things to get defenses to make decisions. Okay, I think we talked about it one time. There was one team we traded strength with one guy, and they traded 9 guys. So that's not the motto. That's not the mindset of what we do. We're going to teach our kids, okay, play left and right. So I got a left end and a right end. I got a left tackle and I got a right tackle. You're going to have to be able to play a three technique, a two eye, or one. And if you teach them all the techniques, it really doesn't matter. So you trade a strength on us, doesn't affect us unless it's a game plan situation where some teams they're just going to outman you. So you may have to take your dude if you got a dude, and he may have to be that guy that goes with either a numbered player or one of their guys when it comes to being unbalanced. Our philosophy: we eat people. When I teach defensive line, I coach defensive line and I coach quarterbacks. Interesting situation there. And I also had a guy that worked with me while we were coaching defensive line and community coach. But our philosophy is we eat people. So if I got four defensive linemen and they got five offensive linemen, that means there's only one cat that can get to my linebacker, and we got two of them. So should always have one linebacker running free to be able to do what he needs to do. So our ability to eat people and tie people up at the line of scrimmage is critical to our success and allow our guys, whether it be inside or outside linebackers, to make the play. We are a hands on. Okay, we play hands on and we redirect the offensive lineman. Goes back to the mindset of we eat people. We take them away out of the scheme and we force our linebackers and outside linebackers to make the plays. Okay, it doesn't mean we don't make plays up front, but we're going to play and get our hands on those DL and make sure that we redirect them and get them to a position where they can't get to our second level. The next thing that's critical for our defensive line play is we're going to play at level two, which means we're going to squeeze and get to the heel line, okay? Or we're going to reach and get to the heel line, and we're spill players. So on down blocks, we're going to squeeze, get to heel line, and we're going to try to spill anything that comes in our direction. We'll talk about how we defend a lot of different concepts and how we're successful at them. Some of that, whether it be power read, outside zone, fear, you name it, we'll show you how we've been able to be successful doing it. One of the next things is we can game plan who lines up where and shifts don't change it. It kind of goes back to right and left. Sometimes I may have one really big, strong kid, and I was like really big compared to the other guy on the other side. Last year in 2021 or 2 years ago in 2021, my big D end weighed 212. Now, he was big and strong because he benched like 320. He squatted 560 and he power cleaned 320. So super strong kid. He only weighed 212 pounds. But if I needed somebody to play seven technique or six technique against the tight end or against the unbalanced set, that guy was going to go to that direction. If they traded, we were going to trade with them. So we're going to be able to game plan who goes where. Now, if you're paying attention to our channel a few weeks ago, I did put up on our channel, okay, I know it just disappeared there. We did put up on our channel our 425 cutups. Now, this is probably one of the best games that we played. And I can't say that we didn't play better games statistically. This is one of our better games schematically. So this is us versus Cherokee Bluff in 2021. We held Division One running back Jaquan Smith to 50 some yards, and 49 of it came on one run. And so we didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. But what I want you to do is I want you to go through, look at primarily our defensive linemen, okay, and watch how we play. Okay, you're going to see us get hands on. We're going to handle how we play guards and how we spill stuff. That was a great example of a spill right there. You're going to see a lot of things that you may have questions on. So all I would do is ask you this. If you want to know a little bit more, get an idea of what you see up front, watch the techniques, and see what kind of questions you'll have. So that way, going into next week, when I get deep, I can answer some questions. I will tell you this, that Against Cherokee Bluff, okay, my defensive end was at a massive mismatch, so I can kind of come back. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna come back over here. You see number 67 right there. He's kind of outside. He's a wide five. Typically, I line up tight, and he's cocked in. Well, he weighs 190 pounds, and the guy he's going across is a Division One lineman who weighs 287 pounds. And so he was at a mismatch. So what did we do? We put him in a position where he didn't have to get his hands on that guy a lot of the time. Okay. And with that being said, what I want to do again, go back through that video, pull up the 425 defense, check out what just our defense alignment are doing. Come up with questions, shoot them to me in an email, rtdbvideo@gmail.com. Inbox me on my Twitter at Coach Bishop1. And we're going to have a great session next week talking about how I coach the defensive line and how we kind of mix it together so we can have the success that we've had over the years. All right. Hey, until then, RTDB.